Right after I graduated high school, I moved from Washington down to Texas to train at Shawn Michaels School. It wasn't too long after that I was signed by WWE. When I first got signed by WWE in 2000, I had no idea really what to expect. Most of the guys on TV had been wrestling for years and years, and at that point I'd only been wrestling for 6 months. Since I was still really new to all this, I was sent to hone my craft at WWE's developmental territory, which at the time was in Memphis. Luckily, William Regal was a trainer there and he helped me out a lot. So with the WWE contract and Hall of Fame trainers, Bryan Danielson was on the fast track to success, right? No, not quite. I was released in 2001, the first time I was released by WWE. It was really hard actually because I really didn't know what to do. William Regal told me this is a chance to learn. This is a chance to go travel the world, find who you are as a wrestler and find who you are as a person. So I went back to the Indies and touring in Japan. But soon after that, in 2003, Bryan Danielson made his triumphant return to WWE. Well, sort of.
Bryan Danielson from Aberdeen, Washington.
I returned for some one-off matches on WWE's weekend shows, Sunday Night Heat and Velocity.
I like this kid. Look at that. Nice monkey flip. Well, you know, this Bryan Danielson is a very accomplished young man. We've seen him in the past, and he's very, very good.
I didn't really have a goal other than it was good exposure on TV. And one of these matches happened to be against a young up-and-comer named John Cena. Surely this would be my big break, right?
Welcome everybody to WWE Velocity. Michael Cole here alongside Corey Graves and Byron Saxton. We kick things off with John Cena against a local competitor named Bryan Danielson.
I gotta say, Cole, I'm surprised Cena's not rapping at all tonight.
Well, that's because John Cena is focused. He's facing Brock Lesnar on SmackDown next week, and he's going to make an example of Bryan Danielson right here tonight.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
German suplex.
Damage has been done. Oh, I think this man means business.
I think Cena is a little surprised by the offense of this relative unknown.
His new attitude may have made him overlook Danielson, but if he refocuses, he should easily take control back here.
Incredible! This has to be it.
Wrist clutch suplex.
If he keeps calling out Brock Lesnar, John Cena may just be a speed bump on Brock's road to WrestleMania. Brock won the Royal Rumble, so he'll be in the main event that night, and I cannot wait.
I've heard Cena wants to do a rap battle at WrestleMania. As for this Bryan Danielson goof, maybe he'll watch it on pay-per-view, though I doubt he even owns a TV. Looks like he's got it applied perfectly.
One move after the other. It's devastating.
Panic's starting to set in for Cena. This could be a huge upset right here.
I'm seeing shades of Razor Ramon on Raw in 1993, guys. A high-flying nobody is about to beat one of WWE's best.
Cena is too distracted by Brock.
Back in control of Cena, right back to the arm.
Great strategy, weaken the more powerful Cena by taking away one of his arms.
Bryan sticking to his wheelhouse, not taking any unnecessary risks here against John Cena.
Oh, just looking to control and neutralize the bigger man. Cena, though, back to his feet, and Bryan continues to work on the arm, but now Cena, test of strength, and you don't want to get into a power battle with John.
Absolutely not. Cover here.
And a kick out. And again, Cena powering Danielson down.
Oh, look at this incredible core strength by Danielson.
Cena cannot believe that he can't get Danielson's shoulders on the mat. Gonna try it again, and Danielson able to reverse. And sends Cena flying. Incredible sequence.
Oh, man, Cena just took Danielson's head off.
We say that sometimes there's no replacement for brute force.
Oh, no! John Cena is showing his strength there in the early going, getting the upper hand on Danielson.
Yeah, Danielson's got some technical skill, but he's starting to be overwhelmed by Cena's brute force.
Well, he had to expect to take some punishment here, right? I mean, it'd be crazy for him to think he was going to walk away from this match completely unscathed.
It's got to be hard to rebound from that one.
Victory is on the horizon.
Whoa, this is surprising, Byron.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he would let him out right there.
Yes, and Bryan Danielson may have just closed the book on this one.
I don't know, is that enough to stop Cena?
Whoa, he lets him out.
What a fool. He had him dead to rights.
And Bryan Danielson, a quick cover. No, he kicks out. Nicely done.
He's still in this.
If you're Bryan Danielson, what do you do at this point as he whips Cena across the ring?
Oh, Cena gets up a boot just in time.
And now John Cena looking to take over. Looking up, put Bryan Danielson where he wants him. And here's the cover. And he got him. Cena with the win over Bryan Danielson.
Here is your winner, John
Valiant effort by
Cena.
Danielson, but Cena was just too much tonight.
A hard-fought victory tonight for Cena. Got to be impressed with Cena tonight.
A lot of guys would have parlayed competitive matches on Heat and Velocity into being signed full-time to WWE, but that's not how things turned out. It's like my wife Bree likes to say, if anything was easy for me, I wouldn't be Daniel Bryan. But before I could become Daniel Bryan, I was Bryan Danielson. And as Bryan Danielson, I went on quite the run through the Indies. Over the course of 7 years, I won my first world championship and had some amazing matches against guys who went on to become major WWE superstars. Guys like Seth Rollins, Cesaro, all sorts of guys all over the place. A lot of hardcore fans even say these were some of the best matches of my career. Personally, I credit these matches and opponents for helping me build the foundation I would later need to make it as a WWE superstar. Fans on the indie scene weren't the only ones who took notice, because in 2010, WWE re-signed me and Daniel Bryan was officially born.
My name is Daniel Bryan. I've been wrestling all over the world, and finally, I have an opportunity here in the WWE.
Although much like childbirth, as I've heard from my wife, this was also a somewhat painful experience. I came back as part of NXT, which wasn't like the NXT that you know and love today. At the time, NXT was a reality show with rookies and pro mentors. Unfortunately, my pro was The Miz.
People will say that you're great, that you're a star, that you're ready for the WWE. Do you think you're ready?
Yes I do.
Well, one thing you have to learn about the WWE is you have to expect anything.
I guess in Miz's mind, beating a little bit of respect into his NXT rookie.
Believe it or not, we didn't get along very well back then either. I think the most ridiculous thing we had to do in NXT was the obstacle course. Okay, so you're gonna do the monkey bars. Then we go in the ring and juggle. Then you're gonna see how fast you can drink soda. Side note, it was actually supposed to be a hot dog eating contest. When they realized I was vegan and they didn't have any vegan hot dogs, they turned it into a soda drinking contest.
I didn't know vegans could drink soda. Not drink at all.
I hadn't drank any soda in years. Think, watching that on TV, a grown man just drinking soda from a cup. That's it. Despite that, I did have the tremendous opportunity to show the WWE Universe what I was capable of when I got to face the World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Jericho. I loved watching Chris Jericho from the time I was in high school, the stuff that he did in WCW, being able to go against the world champion on NXT on the first show. Win, lose, or draw, that elevates you, and I was very thankful for that opportunity.
We're on the inaugural episode of NXT. The World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho taking on the Miz's rookie, Daniel Bryan.
I've been looking forward to this main event. WrestleMania is on the horizon, but tonight is a WrestleMania of sorts for all the NXT rookies.
Well, Daniel Bryan was excited earlier in the night to be out on the biggest stage of his life, but that was before he knew he was going to face the World Heavyweight Champion. He's going to have to learn to take Miz's advice if he wants to survive here.
Now we have Daniel Bryan on the attack.
Hits him with the uppercut. I've got to say, I'm surprised to see Bryan actually testing the champion here a bit. It must be the inspiration from The Miz that's propelling this offense. Oh, wow.
This is not the place where you want to underestimate your competition.
Absolutely not.
Clearly on a mission here.
Despite all of his actions from earlier tonight, I do have to respect the long journey Daniel Bryan's taken to finally make it to WWE.
Well, Bryan is an internet darling who's excited for this opportunity, but he had no idea he was going to be facing the World Heavyweight Champion out of the gate. Oh boy, he is rolling.
He's inflicting some serious pain here. Up and over with a suplex. Up the turnbuckle goes Daniel Bryan. Look at this.
Michael, do you think that Chris Jericho might become a believer here tonight? I think the WWE Universe is starting to become a believer in Daniel Bryan.
No. What I think is Chris Jericho is a 6-time world champion. He's a 9-time Intercontinental champion. He's a pro to a rookie that shows him respect, and Jericho is out here to put this Bryan goof in his place. He's too quick for him there. He's throwing the rule book out the window. What a monumental upset!
I am stunned.
Time for you to get down on your knees. You can say goodbye to the good old days. They're never coming back. Watch your future fade.
You would think a high-profile match with the World Heavyweight Champion would solidify my status in WWE, right? Nope. Just a few months later, I was released. For those of you keeping track at home, this was the second time I was released by WWE. I thought this time I might be done with WWE for good. But not long after my release, I returned at SummerSlam. When WWE called me, they said, hey, if you want to come back, it's for the main event of SummerSlam. Main eventing SummerSlam, it's just super cool. Old school pay-per-views still holds special meaning. Not long after SummerSlam, my strained relationship with The Miz picked up right where it left off.
Let me tell you something. I'm the pro. I am the talent.
The Miz is almost a perfect adversary for me because we are so polar opposite. The one thing I do respect about Miz, he works very, very hard.
You and me, U.S. Championship match. Yes or no? Yes.
We had our first match against each other at Night of Champions 2010 for the United States title.
The entirety of Daniel Bryan's career in WWE, he's had a rival in the form of The Miz, and it's plain to see why, since the polar opposite stars have been forced to interact at so many points.
Michael, those two did not get along when The Miz was assigned to be Daniel Bryan's mentor.
Bryan had much better wrestling skills, but The Miz argued that Bryan lacked charisma.
This kind of offense he's known for. Daniel Bryan with a great offensive show. Ooh! Work is being put in by Daniel Bryan. That's how you move up the ladder here in WWE. He'll be feeling the effects of that for a while.
Just tosses him without an ounce of remorse.
Message delivered.
Daniel Bryan always thought he was better than The Miz, but just look at what he's done since dumping Daniel Bryan. He's defending the United States Championship on pay-per-view, formed a tag team with Chris Jericho, and defeated 7 men to win Money in the Bank.
Hey, and that's impressive, but if Daniel Bryan was given those same kind of opportunities, he could be a tag team champion and a Money in the Bank winner.
He goes for the cover.
There's not a person in this arena who thought that was it for him.
Wow. Byron, you really ticked me off with that comment about The Miz being given opportunities like Money in the Bank. He earned those, and it's internet darlings like Daniel Bryan who everyone expects to get the red carpet treatment.
Oh, internet favorite or not, Daniel Bryan doesn't seem like the type to ask for chances. He's gonna take them, and if not, then he'll demand them while trapping you in the label lock.
And stomping away in the corner. I can't believe the referee didn't see that.
Even though Daniel Bryan did not have the best track record as...
Look at this! Miz!
He's just so dominant.
Truly devastating, Cole.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
Nice job by The Miz.
Looking to steal one there, perhaps.
Just powered out.
Why would anyone, please tell me, why would anyone root for Daniel Bryan? He's an indie internet nerd. He doesn't eat meat, he doesn't own a TV, and he has absolutely no personality, and he is a dog named Asparagus.
Oh my gosh, who cares what Daniel Bryan eats or watches or what his dog's name is? He's great in the ring, and for the record, he showed a lot of personality when he called you out after his NXT elimination.
Please.
The Miz is showboating, but I'm not sure this occasion calls for it. Look at Daniel Bryan strutting his stuff all over.
Uh-oh.
Watch out.
Oh, shoulder first.
I think the ring just shifted.
Nicely done.
The Dragon Screw takes him down. I just cannot believe the disrespect The Miz had to endure at the hands of Daniel Bryan. All he wanted to do on NXT was help Bryan, and that vegan nerd never listened.
Whoa, disrespect? Disrespect? That The Miz slapped Daniel Bryan in the face on the very first episode of NXT. If I were ever to be on NXT, I'd never take that kind of abuse from my bro.
You on NXT?
You guys brought up Miz and Bryan's relationship on NXT. Obviously, Bryan...
Big opening for Daniel.
Lapel lock, the lapel lock is in.
The Miz getting outclassed here tonight, guys.
Look out. That can break bones, guys.
Daniel Bryan with a great offensive show. Now that's the type of move that sends a message to an opponent. Daniel Bryan with a slick reversal.
The Miz was able to get out of the way there. Well, what happens if The Miz comes up short here tonight against Daniel Bryan?
Well, it hasn't happened yet, has it, Byron?
It could be on the verge of occurring. Daniel Bryan from the top rope. Miz is in trouble.
Yeah, but look at The Miz fight back. What a warrior.
Great wherewithal from The Miz. Daniel Bryan hung out to dry. Boom!
No!
Just like that, The Miz has turned the tides in this matchup.
This is what I'm talking about. The Miz's continued frustrations with Daniel Bryan have manifested in a methodical beating from Mr. Money in the Bank.
Well, if The Miz ends this soon, he might be healthy enough to cash in on the winner of the six-pack elimination WWE Championship match later on tonight.
The human body can only absorb so much of that. Now back to the ring.
He's got to hurry if he doesn't want to get counted out here.
Time's certainly not on his side, Michael. Oh!
He's flipped the switch, that's for sure.
Back between the ropes.
Daniel Bryan is playing to the crowd when he should be taking care of business.
Daniel Bryan, this is going to be...
Oh, I think this man means business.
The Miz getting outclassed here tonight, guys. The Miz's chances just went from bad to worse.
Work is being put in by Daniel Bryan.
Oh, going for it! Going for it!
Lapel lock, the lapel lock is in.
Can he finish him off here?
Oh my goodness, crushing it.
Now we have Daniel Bryan on the attack.
Whoa, it's another reversal.
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that.
Work is being put in by Daniel Bryan.
Now we have Daniel Bryan on the attack. Oh boy, he is rolling.
This unique move, looking on the Achilles lock.
Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are.
Daniel Bryan, this is going to be big. Lapel lock, the lapel lock is in.
The Miz getting outclassed here tonight, guys.
Down he goes with a scoop slam.
There's no recovering from that.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. Incoming. Plenty of force behind that strike.
And it's Bryan showing some agility.
Daniel Bryan with a great offensive show.
What a German suplex, guys.
Daniel Bryan looking to attack from high. Look out!
He's flipped the switch, that's for sure.
Back suplex.
Very nice.
Brings down his opponent, and here it is, Corey. Lapel lock, the lapel lock is in.
Game, set, match. This one is over.
Uh-oh, Bryan looking for it.
The lapel lock is in.
But I don't know how much gas he has left, guys.
He did it! Daniel Bryan is U.S. champion!
No, it can't be.
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. There's good, there's great, and then there's downright unbelievable WWE action. Ladies and gentlemen, you just got a taste of the unbelievable kind.
Here is your winner and the new United States Champion, Daniel Bryan.
That was a fluke. The Miz slipped and Daniel Bryan somehow took advantage.
A long road for Daniel Bryan leads to the United States title.
There's few things more humiliating than tapping out to your opponent.
And I'll tell you, the roof nearly blew off this place at Rosemont, and the bell finally rang to end this one.
After I defeated The Miz, my WWE career really started to take off. I won the Money in the Bank briefcase and then cashed it in to beat The Big Show for my first World Heavyweight Championship.
Can you believe it? Daniel Bryan is the new World Heavyweight Champion.
But for every step forward, it seemed like I took 2 steps back. One was pretty big. When at WrestleMania in 2012, I lost the world title in just 18 seconds.
Oh, man! A front kick by Sheamus! Oh, my God! Sheamus is the world champion! That may be one of the fastest title changes in the history of WrestleMania!
After that, I was angry and wanted to blame a lot of people for my failure. But it actually led to one of the most enjoyable times of my career.
Daniel Bryan's forced to go to anger management with that man. No!
I formed an unlikely partnership with Kane.
Shut your mouth right now. The devil's favorite demon is nothing without the world's toughest vegan. No! 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 No!
Kane is one of my favorite people. We almost have the same sense of humor.
Daniel Bryan and Kane hugging out tonight. This is the most awkward and weird thing I've ever seen. There we go. Yes, they hugged it out. Anger management, I believe, has been a success.
We just had a lot of fun.
We watch each other's back. Team Hell No style.
We had our first shot at the Tag Team Championships when we faced Kofi Kingston and R-Truth at Night of Champions in 2012.
We're in Boston in a building where many great champions have been crowned, and right now, the tag team titles are on the line. The champions, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth against the unlikely team of Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Talk about an odd couple, Michael. With everything we've seen from Bryan and Kane in the past few weeks, I gotta wonder if Dr. Shelby's anger management therapy can turn these two into a cohesive unit.
What do you know about therapists, Saxton? They've been thrusted into this position while the champions have been centered around their teamwork for the past 5 months. Kane and Bryan only have anger management in common. I wouldn't call that a building block towards tag team titles.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Kane and Daniel Bryan are seeming to get along thus far, Corey.
Yeah, they're getting along for one reason. To get rid of that quack Dr. Shelby. Even I'd try to get along with you, Cole, if it meant not listening to Dr. Shelby.
Kane making a statement as we speak.
He's getting closer, Corey, and he tags his partner in.
Momentum has certainly shifted here, Michael.
think this man means business. I need to say, guys, if Daniel Bryan and Kane can work together and win here tonight, Dr. Shelby deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble, Cole, but I have it on good authority that Dr. Shelby isn't even a certified therapist. My sources on the health board say he dropped out of medical school to visit Tibet on some kind of spiritual excursion. That guy's a fraud.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Well, if you're a believer in anger management therapy, then Dr. Shelby has done a great job with Kane and Daniel Bryan.
Well, what if I'm not a believer in anger management therapy? Mind you, therapy from some quack doctor that I'm pretty sure was certified.
There it is. The tag has been made.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way, Michael.
Why? You know, Byron, Kane and Daniel Bryan almost accidentally stumbled into this title opportunity when they defeated the prime-time players on last week's Raw.
I can tell you it was no accident when Kane delivered a hateful chokeslam on Bryan. It just so happened that Daniel landed on their opponent long enough to gain the pinfall. I can't foresee that being the outcome against the champions, though.
Oh, I think this man means business. Jeez. Elbow drop.
This is a worst-case scenario for Truth and Kofi. They're grounded, they're separated, and you have the monster and a very angry Daniel Bryan working together.
With a 180, Kofi Kingston, the reversal.
Can we address R-Truth and Little Jimmy, please? If anyone needs Dr. Shelby, it's R-Truth. The guy's seeing things. He's holding ropes to let an imaginary person into the ring. Forget Daniel Bryan and Kane. Someone please help R-Truth.
I think R-Truth is doing just fine. This week, WWE.com had a pictorial about Little Jimmy's family. Portraits like Little Jimmy and a birthday party hat. Pretty fabulous. Brings down his opponent, and here it is, Corey.
Cole, I was reaching out. The no lock is in.
Come on, Kofi, let's go, man. Talk about a painful move. Come on, Kofi, let's go, man.
Oh, German suplex released. Kane gets tagged in.
So, Michael, let me ask you, did Daniel Bryan's anger management issues begin way back in April at WrestleMania, when Bryan, who was World Heavyweight Champion at the time, lost his title to Sheamus in a record 18 seconds? It's been haunting Daniel Bryan for months.
Yes, it did. Listen, Daniel Bryan confessed that WrestleMania was the most embarrassing moment of his whole life, and that's including the time his fiancée left him at the altar. Come to think of it, that was this year, too. I can't blame Daniel for feeling some stress. Incredible impact on that slam.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Kane wants to put this away.
Kane with a vice-like grip on his opponent's skull.
Just when you thought he had nothing left.
Kane wants to put this away.
Choke slam straight to hell. We've been seeing Daniel and Kane in therapy for weeks now. It's not anger management that these two need. What they need is respect from the WWE Universe. These Yes Chance fans do are an absolute mockery to Daniel Bryan. I don't blame him one bit for being angry.
Sickening thud as his body is driven to the mat. That slam put him in a bad way, guys. You know, Corey, I see Daniel's issues with the Yes Chant, but I don't have a problem with it. I mean, even in Montreal, where we were for Raw this past week, the crowd chants, "We, so these Yes Chants are becoming bilingual.
Very cute. Daniel Bryan's just a few feet away, and you're doing that. You should see if your friend Dr. Shelby does sensitivity training as well, because you need it.
The strikes Kane has taken are starting to take a toll. Look at this. There's no coming back from that. And here is Kane in off the tag.
Ever since Kofi and R-Truth became allies, they've been on a tear in WWE. They know how to work together as a tag team. Then on the other side of the ring, judging from the last few weeks, Kane and Daniel Bryan are far from being on the same page.
Same page? Daniel and Kane aren't even reading the same book. Whereas Kofi and Truth, they're finishing each other's sentences.
We talk about being on the same page, and Truth and Kofi certainly are. But what do you think Kane and Daniel Bryan's shared experience in anger management can create a chemistry of sorts?
Kofi and Truth have held those titles for 5 months. You'd be... ridiculous to think that trust falls and yelling at kids wearing goat masks for a couple of weeks is going to get you the same kind of chemistry the tag team champions have.
Tagged in. Daniel Bryan has so much on his mind right now. He was ballistic in a WWE.com interview. The problem is Daniel Bryan, he's a great competitor, but this crowd constantly distracts him. How can anybody do their work when this is going on?
Oh, it's absolutely unfair. Bryan has to keep his anger in check while hearing the WWE Universe mock him. And then he also has to focus on his...
Got the shoulders down.
How does he keep doing this? How'd he do that?
We touched on how much is going through Daniel Bryan's head right now. Again, this all started when Daniel Bryan thought the fans were embracing him. And then when he realized they were actually humiliating him by repeating his yes chant, Daniel Bryan just snapped.
That's one of the reasons he seemingly has gone off the deep end as of late. And as a result, the Raw general manager forced Daniel Bryan to attend anger management therapy.
You know, I have to say, I've seen some progress in Kane and Daniel Bryan's anger management. I don't think they are all the way there, but there's been definite progress.
I see it too, Michael. We don't see Daniel screaming in the face of fans anymore. He's keeping his composure pretty well. And Kane, well, Kane is still Kane. There is some deep-rooted trouble within that monster. Oh boy, he is rolling. In comparing Daniel Bryan and Kane's progress in therapy, I think they're two different cases. Bryan had an emotional breakdown brought on by the WWE Universe, whereas Kane has just been sick and demented since birth.
Well, one of those things for sure. They're both off their rocker in my estimation.
Great job, Dr. Cole. Here comes Daniel Bryan sending Kingston across the ring.
And Daniel Bryan looking to put Kofi Kingston away for the tag team titles. Drop kick. Kingston's in trouble.
The Kane are in peril. The Big Red Machine making the long climb to the top rope.
I don't think Bryan wanted Kane to make the tag.
No, not at all. He felt like he was in control, and now Kane is heading up top.
It's just a matter of time till this team implodes. We know they can't stand each other.
Kofi Kingston.
Look at Bryan. Bryan is hanging onto the ankle of Kane.
Kingston.
Crash and burn.
And now Daniel Bryan. Shoved away by Kane.
This is hilarious.
Bryan with a shot to Kane.
What is happening?
And there's Kane on the top rope. Splash into a cover. New tag team champion.
Oh my God.
No way.
Yes way.
I cannot believe what we just saw.
WWE Tag Team Champions Daniel Bryan
who can't stand each
and
other,
Kane.
but now they're tag team champions.
Kane can't believe it. Daniel Bryan is is celebrating.
No amount of therapy could have prepared the WWE Universe for this. This is going to be a disaster.
Can you imagine Kane and Daniel Bryan as tag team champions?
You don't have to imagine it. It's a reality.
And it's weird.
I guess anger management worked, well, at least somewhat, right?
Team champions! I am the tag team champions! I am the tag
And look at this.
Can't even agree who the real champion is.
Well, it's both of them, Byron.
tag team champions! I am the tag team champions!
This is going to be interesting to watch. There's obviously no argument here. They both won the titles.
They can't even enjoy the victory together.
Oh, watch out!
The Big Red Machine certainly not pleased with the situation, but he can call himself one half of the tag team champions.
Team Hell No had a great run, but like most tag teams, Kane and I eventually went our separate ways, and I returned to pursuing my goal of winning singles titles.
I need to win the WWE Championship.
It was around this time I had a series of matches with Randy Orton that would have a much greater effect on my career than I could ever imagine. I put a lot of pressure on myself during this because Randy was really the first real top guy that I had a rivalry with. If I could do well with Randy, that puts you even to another level. I felt I had a lot to prove, which led to some very hard-hitting and physical contests. I got pretty banged up, but I was determined to fight through it and not let it slow me down. So much so that I went on to face Randy Orton in a street fight rematch on Raw.
A sold-out Raw here in Charleston, South Carolina. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton started the night with a double disqualification, but they will settle things in the main event with a street fight.
Randy Orton called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Kane called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Bryan is here to prove that he is not a weak link.
Tall order as he faces 9-time WWE champion Randy Orton.
Elbow drop. That's it. It's over. It's over. This kind of offense he's known for.
I didn't think technical wrestling wizard Daniel Bryan could hold his own in a street fight, but he's doing pretty well so far.
We're really starting to see the versatility in Bryan's repertoire here.
Yeah, but a versatile repertoire means nothing if Orton can pull off an RKO out of nowhere.
He's inflicting some serious pain here. He had him locked in tight, guys.
I'm not surprised that Randy Orton couldn't make it as a tag team partner for Daniel Bryan. He hasn't had the best track record with allies this year.
That's true, Byron. Orton put his neck out for the Big Show to help him and Sheamus take on the Shield at WrestleMania. That match ended with Big Show punching out both his partners.
You two gentlemen mentioned Orton's bad luck with tag partners. After Big Show's betrayal, Sheamus and Orton couldn't get along. It's a minor miracle that Orton helped Team Hell No beat the Shield.
Needless to say, I don't think we'll be seeing Orton teaming up with anyone in that locker room for quite some time after tonight.
That lands.
And Randy Orton just slips out of harm's way.
Oh, I think this man means business. Perfectly timed slam. This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
And Randy Orton just slips out of harm's way.
What incredible impact. Daniel Bryan has been consumed with the idea that he's a weak link due to his performances in tag team competition as of late.
Well, Bryan tends to be consumed by just about every minor annoyance, but he did take the pin in 3 straight tag team championship losses to the Shield. Bringing back up Daniel Bryan as a weak link. Note that he's not sorry he let Kane down when he cost Team Hell No the tag titles, or that he failed Randy Orton in their quest for the tag titles. Bryan's just thinking about himself here.
Look, Bryan may have faltered in those matches, but Bryan was also the guy who got Seth Rollins to tap out for the Shield's first ever 6-man tag team loss. He can obviously be a team player, but right now, Bryan is out to prove he's a single superstar.
Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan are both as Orton looking for something big. Warm up the buses. This one's over.
And there it is, boys. Momentum is fully in the corner of Randy Orton now.
He wants no part of the outside. Incredible action in this match so far. Randy Orton is no way. What a move from Randy Orton. That's how you impress the WWE Universe, folks.
But I don't know how much gas he has left, guys.
It's that Randy Orton with an emphatic win.
The Viper victorious.
How about another look at some of the highlights?
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary
Here is your
performance.
winner. He is the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Orton wins here. A sold-out Raw here in Charleston. A sold-out Raw here in Charleston, South Carolina. A sold-out Raw here in Charleston, South Carolina. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton started the night with a double disqualification, but they will settle things in the main event with a street fight.
Randy Orton called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Kane called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Bryan is here to prove that he is not a weak link.
Tall order as he faces 9-time WWE champion Randy Orton.
And a savage clothesline. We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe. He's inflicting some serious pain here. Look at this. Offense like this is exactly how a competitor takes control of a match. He hits a huge elbow drop.
I didn't think technical wrestling wizard Daniel Bryan could hold his own in a street fight, but he's doing pretty well so far.
We're really starting to see the versatility in Bryan's repertoire here.
Yeah, but a versatile repertoire means nothing if Orton can pull off an RKO out of nowhere.
Oh, I think this man means business.
We saw Team Hell No dissolve last week on Raw as both Kane and Daniel Bryan turned their sights towards the WWE Championship.
Step 1 in that process is beating Randy Orton. Defeating a guy of Orton's stature puts you near the front of the line for title opportunities.
He wants no part of the outside. Going back to Kane and Daniel Bryan's breakup, it seemed cordial, but their paths could easily cross again if one of them attains the WWE Championship.
Yeah, that reminds me, Michael. Team Hell No didn't officially hug it out when they broke up. Things could be bad between Kane and Bryan.
He's inflicting some serious pain here. Randy Orton has had rage issues, and Daniel Bryan is no stranger to anger management. Who has the advantage in a twisted match like this?
There's a world of difference between how Bryan and Orton process their anger. Orton's turned it into a Hall of Fame career. Bryan suffered some of his worst losses due to his mental issues.
When this guy's on, look out. Ooh! He's displaying classic offense here. So damaging.
Oh, what's this gonna be?
Uh-oh. Wow, what a slam.
Daniel Bryan has a major task ahead of him tonight. He's got to beat a man with just about every accolade on his resume in the form of Randy Orton.
Yeah, Corey, you're not kidding. Orton has held the Intercontinental Championship, the Tag Team Championship, he's won the Royal Rumble, and has been WWE Champion 9 times.
We compared Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan's accolades before, and Daniel Bryan has a decent resume too, as he's won Money in the Bank and has held the U.S. title, tag team titles, and the world title 1 time each.
That's just it, Cole. Bryan's had a taste of success. Orton's been feasting on it forever.
From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries.
Nice move.
It's kind of a shame that Orton and Bryan are fighting tonight, and that they will also be brought... with Kane in the Money in the Bank match, since those three men are the only trio to pin or submit the Shield in a 6-man tag team match.
It's even more impressive when you consider the trios that fell to the Shield. At WrestleMania, Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show failed. On the Raw 2 weeks after WrestleMania, Team Hell No and The Undertaker couldn't do it. Last week, Team Hell No and Orton finally beat the Shield, and in 3 weeks, they'll be fighting. Each other for Money in the Bank.
Executed. Perfectly.
A street fight is apropos for Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, seen as both men will take part in a Money in the Bank ladder match in 3 weeks' time.
All the weapons will... Oh, my God. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
The tension, the drama. This is electric.
You two brought up the upcoming Money in the Bank match. Don't forget that Kane's in that match, too. I wonder if Bryan's going to be able to stay sane with so many agitating factors in play in that match.
I think Daniel Bryan will thrive, actually. He's won Money in the Bank more recently than Kane, and Randy Orton still hasn't won Money in the Bank after multiple attempts.
That's how you make an impact. This guy can go toe-to-toe with anybody. This rivalry between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton has been simmering for weeks and looks to violently explode during this street fight.
Bryan has been determined to show he can beat Orton. Last week on Raw, Randy Orton won the match via ref stoppage when Bryan injured his arm. Bryan got a countout win 4 days later on SmackDown, but he wants a definitive win over the Viper here tonight.
Well done. We recounted Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton's matches as of late. We thought it would be settled in tonight's opening match, but they brawled to a double disqualification.
Well, you won't see a count out.
And here comes Randy Orton.
Success breeds success, and he's definitely having some right now.
Good night. And there it is, boys. You get dropped like that, you don't get up. Period.
Here's a cover. Could be it. And he kicks out.
Too soon.
We're seeing two favorites of the WWE Universe battle it out here, and it's fitting that the WWE Universe voted for this to be a street fight.
The hashtags have been trending all night on social media, but the people picked a street fight over a falls count anywhere and a lumberjack match. I normally disagree with the people, but I made a good call here tonight.
Oh, I think this man means business. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. This kind of offense he's known for.
I think this is the beginning of the end.
This might be it.
Oh, my. This one's over, guys. Oh, going for it. Going for it.
Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan. Locks in. What's Randy Orton going to do?
Will the Viper tap out? Orton's in serious trouble.
Trying to drag himself to the ropes, but remember, the ropes aren't going to cause a break here.
Guys.
Because this is a street fight, and Orton with a kendo stick. Whoa!
Repeated strikes with a kendo stick. Orton wearing the weapon out on Daniel Bryan's body.
Just what the WWE's Apex Predator needs is a weapon.
It's all perfectly legal.
And you will find absolutely, oh my gosh, no remorse whatsoever from Randy Orton.
All the frustration inside the Viper bubbling over. Orton's like a man possessed. This won't end well.
And he's got Bryan on the second rope. Randy Orton could be closing in on a victory. Oh, vintage Orton with a DDT.
I think that's the beginning of the end, gentlemen. Randy Orton seems to be preparing to go to that place.
Randy Orton is focused. Randy Orton could be closing in on victory.
Looking for the RKO. No.
Backslide by Bryan. Shoulders are down. Oh. Orton kicks out. Now and a kick by Daniel Bryan, and now kendo stick in hand. And Bryan unloading on Orton.
Bryan returning the favor.
Clearly on a mission here. Ow, that hurt. This guy can go toe-to-toe with anybody. Yeah. that's it. He's displaying classic offense here. He'll be feeling the effects of that for a while.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Randy Orton's methodical attacks are starting to take their toll on the man he considers a weak link, Daniel Bryan.
Bryan's defeated many top WWE stars, but beating a guy the caliber of Orton may just be outside Daniel Bryan's level.
Nice move.
The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now.
That's got to be it. Randy Orton, how about that finishing move?
The Viper strikes again. I love it.
There he goes, crashing to the floor. He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Orton's hit Bryan with everything in his arsenal. I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled out an ugly stick and beat Bryan with that.
Well, regardless of how he looks, the match itself is looking very ugly for Daniel Bryan.
Packed a punch. Not the first time we've seen this move tonight.
The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now.
Daniel Bryan using the kendo stick for leverage. And Orton taps out. Randy Orton taps out.
What a win for Daniel Bryan.
Career-defining win for Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan with one of the biggest victories of his career.
And we knew it was going to be a physically grueling battle between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, and boy, did Bryan earn this.
Gotta give it up to him. Gotta give it up to Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan's going to be feeling the effects of this one for some time.
Oh, hold on.
Orton offering a sign of respect.
That's what you love to see. Two great superstars, two great warriors displaying their mutual respect for each other.
It is now time for me to tell you whom I've selected to compete against me for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam.
After my series of matches with Randy Orton, I really started gaining momentum, and both the WWE Universe and Superstars took notice. One of those superstars was none other than my former Velocity opponent, John Cena.
I select Daniel Bryan.
We've both obviously come a long way since that match, but John was on another level.
John Cena is an 11-time WWE Champion.
This was my chance to really prove I belonged in the main event picture on a major show like SummerSlam.
And the question is, for Daniel Bryan tonight, will he become the next John Cena or the first Daniel Bryan?
We even had Triple H as our special guest referee. What could possibly go wrong?
Weeks of anticipation finally leads to this. The most polarizing individual in WWE history, John Cena, against a man with an incredible groundswell of support, Daniel Bryan. Will the 11-time WWE Champion retain his title, or will we enter the era of Bryan?
It's been a long time since we've seen someone be as hot with the WWE Universe as Daniel Bryan has been in recent months. I mean, we haven't seen this kind of electric momentum since guys like The Rock, or even Bryan's opponent, John Cena.
Bryan sees Cena as an entertainer, while Daniel calls himself a wrestler, and a more superior one than Cena. The champion disagrees. We'll see who's right tonight.
And he escapes the submission.
And good thing, that could have been disastrous.
No one's backing down here. What an impasse.
John Cena got him there.
Great offense by John Cena.
That big elbow pad Cena sporting could become a target.
Daniel Bryan, a submission specialist. You know he's game planned for that elbow.
Something we'll have to keep an eye on.
One thing I like about Triple H refereeing this match is the fact that the game is going to give some leeway. He's going to let these guys go. That's the way the WWE Universe wants it. I think that's the way both these superstars want it.
Triple H knows what it means to be in championship matches, to be the main event of SummerSlam. The importance of this night for not only Cena, but the career of Daniel Bryan.
The collar and elbow tie-up in a battle for control here.
Oh no, John Cena got outclassed.
No, he lets him out.
Yeah, I think he knew he wasn't going to get the submission there.
What's he got in mind? Watch this here. There's something we should address, something we need to think of. Randy Orton has been playing mind games with both of these men in recent weeks. Orton possesses the Money in the Bank contract. He can cash it in at any time. It's just something else these two need to keep in mind.
Oh, a flying forearm.
On the mark.
Daniel Bryan's been showing shades of his former mentor, Shawn Michaels, here tonight.
Well, Cena's very familiar with Michaels, but Bryan has a greater striking game than HBK ever did.
Michael, you remind us of Randy Orton.
He might have it.
This is a level of destruction no one was expecting.
Here's his chance to win this.
Got him with the S-lock.
Just when you thought he had nothing left.
You don't want to get locked into that move for a long time.
Guys, there's a stark difference in the accolades between Daniel Bryan and John Cena. Bryan's never held the WWE Championship, while John Cena has held it 11 times.
Well, Daniel Bryan argues that John can't possibly be able to understand what he's feeling. How could Cena understand the hunger, understand the desire Daniel has to hold the WWE Championship just once? Again, guys, John Cena is an 11-time WWE Champion. Daniel Bryan just wants it once. He wants to be the WWE Champion for one reason, and it's not for the fame or the glory. It's so everybody would know that whenever he steps foot in the ring, there is nobody better than him.
In Daniel Bryan's eyes, this is the biggest match of his life. While for John Cena, this is just another SummerSlam. It's hunger versus content.
Whoa, and a bit of a test of strength here.
It's no secret that Mr. McMahon doesn't care much for John Cena, but he really would hate to see Daniel Bryan become champion. I mean, Mr. McMahon has even tried to give Daniel Bryan a makeover.
Now, you can put a suit and tie on a goat, but it still looks like a goat, Cole.
From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries.
And now that one's countered.
Wow, that was impressive, Michael.
Picking up on Mr. McMahon's opinion of Daniel Bryan, I do see where the chairman of the board's coming from. Daniel Bryan isn't the most well-kept superstar. He's a bit grungy. John Cena at least fits the prototype of a WWE champion a little bit more.
I think Daniel Bryan knows he doesn't have the look. He's not going to be starring in movies or be on a cereal box, but Daniel Bryan is a wrestler. That's who the WWE Universe wants as their champion.
Interesting quote from John Cena at the SummerSlam press conference this past Tuesday in LA. John Cena told Daniel Bryan, and I quote, "You have an opportunity this Sunday not only to gain my respect, but will Daniel Bryan be the next Rock? Will he be the next John Cena? Or will he be the first Daniel Bryan?" Interesting quote from Cena as they head into this match.
I want to answer John Cena's question from Tuesday's press conference. I think Daniel Bryan's been on a road of defining himself. You see the excitement from the WWE Universe? It isn't too dissimilar to the rise we've seen with guys like The Rock and John Cena.
There's a different feeling to Bryan, though. Daniel's rise feels like it's coming from the underground, based around a guy, Daniel Bryan, who just wants to be the best at his job. And he's proud that his job is first and foremost being a wrestler. I'm so glad to see Triple H step up to be the referee tonight. He's been a big supporter of Daniel Bryan and only wants to see Daniel get a fair shot at the title tonight. Something I don't believe Mr. McMahon wants.
Triple H sees the drive in Daniel Bryan, and sure, he went over the boss's head when he inserted himself as a referee, but a match of this magnitude needs someone impartial, someone who's going to call it straight down the middle, and Triple H is that guy.
He's always had great stamina. See if it lasts here.
Oh, come on, not like this. This is not how I wanted to see this end.
In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still